first expansion of the mosque was started by second Khalifa Umar ibn al-Khattab, who built a fence that defined the borders of the building, and the work was completed by third Khalifa Uthman ibn Affan. Second Abbasid Khalifa Abu Ja'far al-Mansur added more space to the north and the west, while his son Muhammad al-Mahdi doubled the mosque area from all sides. He was followed by Abbasid Khalifa al-Muttalid, who added more space to the north, then Abbasid Khalifa al-Muqtada, who expanded to the west. Ottoman Sultan Selim is credited for building domes on top of the alleys that surround the mosque. The biggest of all expansions took place after the establishment of the Saudi state. These were started by King Abdul Aziz, who annexed the path between Mount Safa and Marwah to the mosque, added several floors, and expanded the circumambulation Tawaf area. The work Abdul Aziz started was later completed by his sons Saud, Faisal, and Khalid. King Fahd started a new chapter of expansions when he added a western wing in harmony with the architecture of the Grand Mosque and expanded that space around the mosque so it could accommodate around 600,000 worshippers. The biggest expansion was done during the time of King Abdullah, when the Safa Marwah path was expanded again while adding an upper and a lower floor so that the path became 4 times its initial space and was made to accommodate an additional 70,000 worshippers. That was not the end of it, for the work is still ongoing, so that the total space of the Grand Mosque will eventually be 3 times the old one.
They were keen to establish the Jisr al-Jamarat. Now it has become an integrated establishment in one of the rituals. Then there was the expansion of the Mas'a, which has seen the capacity rise to a high level. Then the custodian of the 2 holy mosques expanded the Holy Mosque, which made it possible to hold more than 1.5 million people on its premises.
The new expansion includes 6 units to the north. These comprise outer plazas, bridges, steps, pedestrians passage, service building, and the central power generation and air conditioning station.
Its name means to set out for a place, and for Muslims around the world, that place is the holy city of Mecca. The Hajj has begun for millions of Muslims, with pilgrims making their way toward Islam's most sacred site, a cube-shaped building called the Kaaba, located in the Grand Mosque. For daily prayers, Muslims face this structure from any given point in the world. They are also required, if able, to make this pilgrimage at least once in their lives, and then walk 7 times around the Kaaba counterclockwise in a ritual called the Tawaf.
Islam is beautiful and we are beautiful. We love all people, we love all countries.
The Grand Mosque's gleaming minarets soar skyward. Pilgrims hear criers perform the daily prayers from these towers, calling the faithful 5 times a day.
When we say prayers, any part of the world, when we do our sajda, we do sajda towards the Holy Kaaba. It does not make a difference if he's a Sunni, he's a Shia, or whatever. We have to be brothers. We are all one. We are all under one umbrella.
And all one in this journey, one of the largest pilgrimages in the world.
It's very, very emotional experience. Whenever I see something like that, it's like a journey of a lifetime, and I recommend that every Muslim will do it.
The period of youth, the most important time in a person's life, and the one which is the most influential in forming his personality and determining his future. Not only that, because it also determines the future of his nation. For this reason, countries give special attention to supporting higher education and higher education institutions, in the conviction that higher education graduates are the people who make the difference between progress and backwardness, between success and failure. With this background in mind, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has sought to invest heavily in its young people by providing them with higher education that meets the highest standards. Since the time of King Abdulaziz, the kingdom's founder, the country has given special attention to this area. The greatest leap in the field of higher education has taken place during the reign of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz, whose outstanding achievements in this field have recently earned him the King Khalid Award for National Accomplishment in recognition of his tremendous efforts in the advancement of higher education.
Why is King Saud University here? We are here to tell you Saudi Arabia is taken a direction to be true partners with the rest of the world in taking away the concentration of pure dependency on oil and petroleum to be partnering with those who have proven to be very successful in the knowledge-based economy arena. Now, the UNESCO projections suggested that higher education enrollment, $263 million in 2025, and that is 150 from what it is today is 58 million. Now, approximately 4.5% of that in the Arab states, 15% of that in my country. Now, this huge increase requires the creation of more than 4 major universities a week worldwide over the next 14 years. Saudi Arabia is 1/3 the size of the US. The percentage of the Saudi students studying abroad per million is equal to 4 times the students from the Republic of China, and that is of 2010. There are 4,424 25 Saudi students studying abroad for every 1 million people, while there were only 1,038 Chinese students per year. University. I'm also here to tell you, if you are really going to invest in my university and what it's doing, you are not going to lose. And the collateral, higher education is considered to be the main driving force in building the knowledge-based economy. I did not say anything different from what you all know, but I wanted to emphasize to you that we know that, and that's how we based what we have.
The language of numbers has taken on new meaning, for in the short span of just 4 years, the number of universities in the kingdom has rocketed from 8 to a total of 32 government and private institutions of higher education. During the same period, the number of Saudi students sent abroad for higher education has gone from 3,000 to more than 70,000 young men and women. In the kingdom's current annual budget, more than $40 billion have been earmarked for education and training. This outstanding burst of activity has of course been reflected in the projects and programs of the Ministry of Higher Education, which has undertaken at the same time the establishment of more than 12 new university campuses, each one of impressive dimensions, all across the length and breadth of the kingdom. This activity is sure to result in another unprecedented leap forward in development. But this is not all. The ministry has launched numerous initiatives, which taken together form the foundations of a higher education system capable of competing on an international scale. For example, the ministry has financed the establishment of an impressive group of centres of research excellence in the Saudi universities. It has set up a national centre for e-learning and distance learning, which is equipped to serve not only higher education institutions, but the nation's institutions in general. The ministry has also implemented a project designed to develop talent and creativity amongst the university faculties, providing financial incentives to them, and has begun work on faculty housing projects at a cost of 5 billion Saudi riyals. Along with these initiatives, the ministry has undertaken the restructuring of the higher education sector so that the labour market provides the standard according to which decisions are made regarding concentration on certain areas of specialisation. And so, instead of only 4 colleges of medicine serving the whole kingdom, there are now more than 20 such colleges distributed around the kingdom, each of them fully equipped according to the highest standards.
Driving north from Jeddah into the Saudi desert and facing the Red Sea, the last thing you would expect to find is a massive high-tech campus made up of huge modern buildings. This is Tuwal, where the new King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, known as KAUST, was constructed from scratch in just 3 years. Hundreds of dignitaries arrived for the ceremony, opening the King's Dream project on Saudi Arabia's National Day. Security was tight, with policemen carrying out checks on all roads leading to the university. Billions of dollars from Saudi Arabia's oil riches have been put into the project, and a modern campus now stands where there once was only sea and sand. Professor Chung Fong-Shi, the first foreign president of a Saudi academic institution, says no expense was spared.
Research facilities, we have recruited the very best minds from around the world. We have students from more than 60 countries. This is truly the beginning of a very exciting academic enterprise.
Professor Chung Fong-Shi, a renowned engineer from Singapore, trained in the United States. KAUST's executive vice president, Nadmi Al-Nazar, says it was a 1,000-day journey to bring a modern house of wisdom to Saudi Arabia, complete with state-of-the-art equipment.
The supercomputer, which we call Shaheen, and the kernel, which is the visualization, are 2 needed facilities to provide to our researchers and faculty what they need to conduct their research. It is an attraction point for the best talents we hire.
Because knowledge recognises no geographical boundaries, the Ministry has planned partnership and twinning programmes between Saudi universities and their foreign counterparts. All these efforts have borne fruit, for within just a short period of time, some Saudi universities have entered the ranks of the world's most outstanding institutions of higher education. In order to strengthen the bridges of communication with the world as a whole, the Ministry has organised the International Higher Education Exhibition, which succeeded in bringing together, under one roof, representatives from more than 300 internationally renowned universities from more than 30 countries. During the past year, higher education in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has been confronted with the challenge of preparing an environment appropriate for effective higher education for the nation's youth. And the Ministry of Higher Education has spared no effort to meet this challenge in a manner which is a source of pride. The result has been that Saudi students are now able to receive a higher education of the highest calibre within the kingdom, and also receive their university education at the most renowned institutions around the world. We can say with pride and satisfaction that today our youth partake of knowledge in all the languages of the world.
I am the first woman in the Gulf area to obtain a PhD in biotechnology, and I really want to inspire all the women to become a scientist, to be confident, to make a difference. Since leaving Saudi Arabia as a teenager, I've been on a journey to become a scientist, based on the greatest scholars I was inspired by as a child. This inspiration is what pushed me so strongly against many odds to work as hard as I needed to be accepted and to study at the world's best universities, including King's College London, Cambridge University, Oxford, MIT and Harvard. My story and my passion has been about improving the quality of science and engaging and inspiring the heart and the mind of young people. Strong societies depend on them. The future depends on them. So it's my priority to improve science and inspire the youth, because we can all share a better future. I believe the most important resource is our youth, and I'm sure you share with me the same belief. About 47% of the Arab population are 18 years old or younger, so Arabs are young on average. In this year, 2011, in Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabia government spent $40 billion on education and training. This is a great foundation. I know and I believe there are others, Steve Jobs and Bill Gates amongst us in the Middle East. With the right tools and right spirits, change is possible. An institute, an ecosystem of innovation and opportunities for the region and for the world. Let us make all of us this change. My journey has involved breaking boundaries between East and the West to serve society, to help everyone, man, child, or woman of different religion, color, or culture. My name is Hayat Sindi. I'm a scientist. I come from Saudi Arabia, from a city called Makkah.
المعايير اللي يحددوا من ضمنها الاعمال كانت الفكره انك كيف تجمع الخمس اعمال فكره قويه، فالفكره كانت هي الاساس.
لازم الخمس صور يكونوا نفس الفكره؟
لازم يكون لها ثيم معين، نمط معين يربط الصور الخمس. العمل قوه الربط بين الخمس اعمال.
اختيارك كان ملفت، يعني اخترت
تحت الاسم والوصف والشرح اسم المصور اللي صورها.
هاي تندرج تحت اطار التسويق اللي تخرجت منه.
بالضبط.
يا بلد والله ما مثلك بهالدنيا بلد. من على الرمضة مشى حافل قدم يستاهلك يستاهلك، ومن السقا غرسك عرق دمع ودم يستاهلك يستاهلك، ومن أرى صحر الظما إبل وغنم يستاهلك يستاهلك يستاهلك. من على الرمضة مشى حافل قدم يستاهلك يستاهلك، ومن سقا غرسك عرق دمع ودم يستاهلك يستاهلك، ومن أرعى صحر الظما إبل وغنم يستاهلك يستاهلك يستاهلك. حنا هلك يا دارنا برد وهجير، حنا هلك يا دارنا وخيرك كثير، حنا هلك يا دارنا برد وهجير، وحنا هلك يا دارنا وخيرك كثير، حنا هلك يا دارنا برد وهجير، حنا هلك يا دارنا وخيرك كثير، حنا هلك يا دارنا برد وهجير، وحنا هلك يا دارنا وخيرك كثير. فوق فوق هام السحب وإن كنتي ترى، فوق فوق هام السحب، فوق فوق عالي الشهب يا أغلى ترى، فوق فوق عالي الشهب، فوق فوق هام السحب وإن كنتي ترى، فوق فوق هام السحب، فوق فوق عالي الشهب يا أغلى ترى، فوق فوق عالي الشهب. مجدك لقدام ومجادك ورا، وإذا حكى فيك حسادك ترى، ما درينا بهرج حسادك أبد. انت ما مثلك انت ما مثلك بهالدنيا بلد، والله ما مثلك بهالدنيا بلد. من دعا لله بشرع وحكم يستاهلك يستاهلك، ومن رفع راسك على كل الأمم يستاهلك يستاهلك، ومن ثنى بالسيف دونك والقلم يستاهلك يستاهلك يستاهلك. من دعا لله بشرع وحكم يستاهلك يستاهلك، ومن رفع راسك على كل الأمم يستاهلك يستاهلك، ومن ثنى بالسيف دونك والقلم يستاهلك يستاهلك يستاهلك. نستاهلك يا دارنا حنا هلك، انتي سواد عيوننا شعب وملك، نستاهلك يا دارنا حنا هلك، انتي سواد عيوننا شعب وملك، نستاهلك